guys, welcome back to Grace's Offerings. I've been out in the wind, if you can't tell. My hair is going everywhere. My name is Heather, and if you are new here, welcome. In this video, I am showing you how I made 3 little blocks. They were made for Halloween. I know Halloween is already over, but you can use any kind of paper you want. You can make them for Christmas. You can make them for Thanksgiving. You can make them for New Year's if you wanted to, or you could just make them for every day. So it still can be done any time of year. I just happened to be using Halloween. And what I did was I had 3 wooden blocks, and I used scrapbooking paper and Mod Podge them on there, and then decorated the blocks with little wooden items and a word, and I used some little boo words I got from the Dollar Tree to decorate it with. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed already, then if you hit this, I would recommend. Guys, I cannot talk today. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button and then the bell when it appears, so that you'll be notified of all the upcoming videos that I'm going to be posting. I still have several in my laptop that needs to be uploaded, and I am working on several at the moment. So if you are interested in seeing what I have in store, then please do that. And I appreciate y'all stopping by. I will see you in the next video, and here is the footage from the blocks. Okay guys, in this video you probably have seen this in the background of some of the other videos that I've done. This is a block, Halloween themed block that I made several years ago using scrapbook paper and Mod Podge, and then I wrapped it with the ribbon and added this little wooden spider that I found in my mother's collection of stuff, so I had glued that down on there as well. And what I was planning on doing was doing 3 and then putting some letters or words on the blocks to make like a little decorative centerpiece. So I'm going to be finishing up and doing 2 more of these. And this is how the blocks look before I do anything to them. I got them off of eBay because I didn't know exactly where to buy blocks at, and I seen that they had these on eBay, and so I went ahead and got some. And they do have like some kind of residue on them in some places, but I'm not really worried about that right now because I am just going to be Mod Podging over it. So I have 2, and I am going to decorate each one with different scrapbook paper. I have this one, which is what I had used on the other one, or some of what I used on the other one. I also had used some of this one on the other one as well, but I think the one that stands out the most is this one. It has the witch and the cat and the spider webs and the trees, and it has the word spooky on it and boo. But I have this left over from that. I also have this one that has different kinds of pumpkins. It's real cute. And I also have this one that is just orange with polka dots. That's kind of distressed looking as well. And I like that one. I think that one's cute as well. And then I just have this. It's kind of like a whitewashed orangey color as well. So we're just going to mix match some of those to make 2 more of these. And probably just go ahead and use this for now underneath it. You want something under there so you don't get it all over your table. And I'm just going to be using some Mod Podge. You can find little bottles of this at the Dollar Tree, or you can get some at Walmart as well. And then I'm just using a little styrofoam brush and of course some scissors to cut the paper. So I am going to start with the pumpkins, and I'm just going to cut me some strips. They don't have to be exact size or any shape or form, because if you're going to mix match the paper, then you want it to look just like that. So I've changed back over here to my craft closet, and I have my block, and I have different cuts of the scrap paper, and I got my Mod Podge open, and all you're going to do is take your brush and you're going to dip it in your Mod Podge, and you can go heavy duty on this if you want because it dries clear, so it doesn't really matter. And you're just going to put a generous amount. We'll start with the top and put a generous amount of that on there. And then you can just take one of your pieces of scrapbook paper and stick it on there. And I always just go over it after I get one piece stuck on. I'll go over it with more Mod Podge. And I have this piece sticking off the edge, so I'm going to fold it under. And I just use my brush like that, and it just folds down with it. So, let's see. Do that. So, that's all nice and even on there. And then I can take, I'm going to take one of these and let's see, to cover the edge. I know that you can't see that well. I'm going to make it go like that. And then we'll take some more Mod Podge and have it fold down. Make sure I have it over here. Fold that down. Like so. Just like that. It's on there like that. So now I'm going to take it and fold it over on this side over here. Turn it around. And I always have to keep moving it to get it to stay where I want it so that there's not like a gap. And so there's that. Try to go over it really well to make it smooth out and there's not be any air bubbles in it. So there's that. So it looks like that right there, and like that right there, and just a little bit right there. So I'm going to take this one and it's okay, like you can overlap it, and so I'm going to put it on like this and take the Mod Podge over it and put it on it like that and fold it. There's not any glue or Mod Podge on this side yet, so just do that. And I just use the brush to bend it over so I don't have to get a bunch of stuff on my hands. Now, see, it's coming loose a little right there. I'm not really worried about that right now because I'm going to come back and put more on that side and it will hold it down. What we want to make sure is just that we've got everything flat on top and that there's no air bubbles. So we have this piece here still to cover, and I think I want to use some more of the pumpkin paper. So I'm going to find my piece that's perfect for that, just like that. And I'm just going to line it. I'm going to line it up with the edge. And yeah, again, just take more Mod Podge over it. And make sure that it stays to the edge. Now this piece is going to fold over on this end. So I'm going to take some more Mod Podge and paint it onto the piece of wood. And then just fold that down with it, like so. So, there's a little bit like right here, you can see the edge just a little bit right there, but we're going to take some more and fold it over that as well. So, I'm not worried about that either. So, pretty much we have the top done, and it will dry clear, and you'll see these polka dots a lot better once it's dry. So then you can just pick a side that you want to start working on. Let's go ahead with this side since this stuff is kind of sticking up. I'm just going to paint Mod Podge on the wood like I did on the top. And do this. Now you can use any kind of scrapbook paper. You can make it for any kind of holiday you want, or just for normal home decor. If you find any kind of scrap paper that you like. You could also use napkins. You can use fabric. You can use wrapping paper. So, you know, if you find something that you really like from a store, then go for it. So I'm going to take this piece, turn this around. I'm going to take this piece and I am going to stick it just like right there. And I have a little bit of Mod Podge gathering up on the top. So I'm going to scoop it up and put it on. And I'm going to just start Mod Podging over this piece of paper. And so, the edge is trying to stick up, so I'm trying to fold it over. And then just fold that on over there. And sometimes it wants to be a pain and not go and stick like you want it to. So you just have to continuously work with it. So well, we got that on there right there. I think I'm just gonna take this piece and line it up with the corner. Get some more. And just do the same thing over and over. So this is how you do this. So I will finish the block, so you don't have to sit here and watch the whole entire thing, but I will finish the block and I will come right back when I'm done. Okay guys, so I am back and my block is stuck to my paper. I have had over. So guys, I am back and I have almost finished covering these two blocks. I thought I had finished, but one of the things that I've learned while going through this process is that you want to do a little bit at a time and then let it dry. And you don't want it to sit on something that it can get stuck on while it's drying, because it will get attached, and when you try to pull it off, the paper comes off with it. So I need to fix this little bitty piece right here, right here and right here, and then we can finish this block. It's pretty easy just to fix it, though, you know, you can just cover it again. But it sure is a waste of time, isn't it? So I'm just gonna cover. I've got me two little pieces that I've cut, which I had some already I didn't even think about. And kind of like that one over there a little bit better. The better shape of it anyway for this spot. So I'm just gonna take a little Mod Podge and just put it on there. Cover up that tear that I just made right there. And then up here, I'll put some Mod Podge and just cover up that part as well. And because this is just so easy to finish up, I'm gonna finish this project up with y'all guys so we can move on to the next one while this is still drying. So there's that. And so you see, once you go about putting pieces on there, and then sometimes you gotta recover it, it becomes like its own unique little piece of art on each side. And I like the way that the papers are mismatched on this one. And I used 3 of the papers, and I tried to use them so that I could blend them in with the other 2. So this one I used the 2 papers, the witch one and then the chevron one. And then this one, which I have something on the back of it that I'm fixing to show you, but I used plain orange, and then the orange with a polka dot, and then the pumpkin. And then this one, I took the polka dot from this one and the pumpkin from this one, but then I added the chevron from this one too, so that they all 3 can match together. And I went ahead, I'll show you. I had this little wooden pumpkin that I inherited from my mother as well in her stash. And so I decided to go ahead and just hot glue that on there. Now you could find some little pieces of different decorations if you want to stick those on your blocks as well. But I am planning on this being my first one. I'm going to turn that around because that's the back, because it needs to dry. And this one will be my last one. And my original thought was to use some of these wooden letters that you can get at Walmart or any craft store and just spell out the word boo. But I had found, let me get these. I had found some of these like little ornaments, and these ones are black with some purple. Let me see if you can see that, some purple to it. And these came in a 5-pack from the Dollar Tree. And I guess they're just for like Halloween trees or whatever. And they had it in the orange. And so they had black and orange. And I had went ahead and got a pack of each of those when I had seen them. And I just thought that those would probably look really good on this instead of just doing separate letters. So I couldn't decide which color I wanted to go with, because the dark, you don't really see it all that well, you see? And then the orange, I wasn't sure about either. So what I did was I took a little bit of hot glue and put it on the back of my orange, and then I just stuck it like that so that there's an outline, kind of like a shadow on there, and I did that instead so I'd have both. And so that's what I have here, and they're already glued together. And so I was gonna see, I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted it just on this middle block or if I wanted to connect the two. And I thought it might stick out a little bit longer than what it actually does on this one. But I think I'm just going to glue it to the front of this one block. So then each block has their own unique kind of look to it. And then you could stick them together as a collection. So I'm just going to put some hot glue on here on this back part of this black one. And I'm just gonna do it just like that. So you can just like line them up. And then you have your cute little trio of blocks. And like I said before, you could do this with any kind of theme, any kind of holiday. You can decorate them, and they'll just be really cute little decorations for a table or entertainment center or your mantle or anything like that. So that's that on those.